Hey everybody. Was it Wednesday today? Happy Wednesday. So I am gonna tell you, so some of you have already heard the first part of this story. I'm gonna briefly go through it again for the people who haven't heard. Um, but this is legitimately something that has happened to me, and I think other people should be aware of it because Facebook Marketplace needs to get their freaking act together. No joke. And you know what? I love Facebook. I actually love Facebook. I always have. But their marketplace and the way they're running it, they're just gonna eventually they're not gonna have anybody who's gonna sell on there. So it just won't be anything. It's always kind of been a joke and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Hi, Sadie. So, okay, I did do a video a few weeks ago about the first part of what happened, and so I'm going to go through it real quick again. So for those of you who heard that, just hang on with me. I am going to get to the second part, and I'm still trying to figure out what happened with all of that. But so and I'm doing this because I'm not trying to bash on Facebook. I'm not trying to bash on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not trying to do any of that. I just want people who are resellers or anybody just, hey, I want to sell my kid's old dresser. I want people to be aware of the things that do happen on Facebook Marketplace so that you guys know. I just want to make people more aware of the type of stuff that happens. What's up, Free Stuff Daddy? Good to see ya. So, this isn't going to be very long. What am I doing? I always say it's opposite, and I can't grab it. Okay. Try to be on camera and look at yourself. Everything's opposite, like looking at a mirror. So it messes me up sometimes. And I've had a weird morning. I haven't been feeling great, so I've kind of been playing around. I'm literally just having my first cup of coffee. So this is what happened. No audio? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. You can hear me? She said, Flipper, turn your radio up. Or your speakers. Your radio. That's like some 90s. You can hear me, Sadie? Okay. I'm going to continue on then. All right. So about 6 months ago, I had sold a bunch of stuff on there, like a handful of things, and the amount came to a little bit over 100 and some dollars. I can't remember exactly what it was. See my big boys back there? They're hanging out with me today. So it was a little over $100 or something like that, and everybody got their items. I had the customers contact me and say, hey, I received my package today. Everything was great. Thank you so much. Right. So I'm like, okay, cool, good to go. And let me get comfortable here. And so I waited for my payments like normal, which they usually come after the person receives the package. Once it's delivered, confirmation goes through that it was delivered, and then you get your money, right? Well, I waited and waited, and I waited some more, and I waited some more. I never got my money. So I would say about a month or so into waiting, I started contacting Facebook Marketplace, and I contacted them multiple times. They told me to change my bank. They told me to change my address because I had just moved at the time. So they told me to do all these things that I had already done. They wanted me to change this, change that. I had already done it all. So just to be sure, I went back and I changed everything again to make sure I had my address correct, my bank information correct, my PayPal correct, all that stuff was correct. Well, everything was correct. I let them know that this was not the problem and that it was something on their end. and no one had any ideas for me. No one had any response really at all for me. They started to ignore me after a while. And so I continued to message them and message them and message them. And after probably about a month and a half, probably 2 months of messaging and getting a few responses in return, they finally responded and said, um, we're sorry, we no longer can help you with this problem, and we will no longer be responding. I was like, what? I'm sorry, excuse me? I still haven't got my $100. And yeah, it did suck. And till this day, I have still not received my money. So, and like Cheesehead Flipper said, Facebook Marketplace is a dumpster fire. It's a platform with absolutely no support, and you're just better off without. And that's really what it is. It's impossible to really contact people. It's impossible to really get a hold of somebody and really find out what's going on, because it's all the same thing over and over and over. They give the same answer to everybody. You know what I mean? There's not any individual support. And even to get them to answer you back is just a nightmare. So what I said in my last video where I talked about this was never got my money back. But as the type of person I am, is I always say everybody deserves a second chance, right? Okay, so I did. I gave Facebook Marketplace a second chance after they owed me over $100. Yeah, that's just the type of person I am. And that's just how I am in real life. I just always think people deserve a second chance. So I did, and I sold 2 items. Now this was in the last month. I sold 2 items, and for the first one, everything went great. Got my payment right to my PayPal. I was like, okay, maybe they get figured everything out. Maybe there's no more glitches. Whatever the heck was going on before, maybe it's taken care of. Well, here we are a week later after I sold another item, and all of a sudden, I'm going to show you too on my Facebook page. All of a sudden, file, and I see 3 claim, and it will force them to personally contact you, and you will get your money. Theft of funds, and that's how I got mine. Really? All right, I'll talk to you more. Send me a message, private message later, Greg. Thank you for letting me know that. Let's see, where was I? You know, ADHD, can't keep on track. So a week later, a week or so, this happened just in the last week. As a matter of fact, I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. But with Mike and everything, and I haven't been able to keep track of days for crap. But anyways, so within the last week, I sold that other item, and all of a sudden, I get a notification saying, you have been suspended from Facebook Marketplace, and you no longer can buy or sell on this platform. Okay, first of all, I get a lot of my free scores off of Facebook Marketplace local. Free shipping supplies, free items that I sell sometimes or we keep for ourselves. So that's like a big thing that we now don't have. I mean, I can go on my phone and do it, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to go on my Facebook, and I'm going to show you what my Facebook now looks like that I have been suspended. I have to, oh, wrong page. I got to share my screen with you guys. Hey, Destiny, what's going on, girl? Good to see you. Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. Facebook. Is it up yet? No, it's taking forever to load. Come on. My internet has been so weird lately. Try to reload it. Okay, I am over here now. Shamrock, yes, you are over here now. That's right, you are on Facebook. I forget that there's some people on Facebook and there's some people on YouTube because I have it connected to both. I forget that sometimes. All right, so if you look at the top right here, there is no marketplace access right here. They've completely took it away. And then if I go over, oh, you couldn't find it on YouTube? Well, I went on for a second and then I accidentally ended it. So I had to jump back out and then make a new live stream. So that's probably why it was being sassy. Okay, so there's no marketplace up here where you would normally see that. You guys can see my screen, right? Yeah, okay. Up here where the marketplace usually is. And then if I go over to marketplace itself, I don't even know if it will actually let me click on it. It's still thinking, but I don't think it will actually let me click on it. Oh, is it going to? Let's see what it does this time. But I've always had my Facebook marketplace right up here. So, okay, I did find it, but that would make sense. Yes, that was me. Yes, there it goes. See, right here. You can't buy or sell items on Facebook. I'm going to see what happens when I push continue. Nothing. I haven't done this from my computer yet, so it's different. Your access to Marketplace is suspended. Now, the thing is, I still had money owed from the last sale I made. So let's see if it's still there. Let's see if they're trying to, nope. If I go into my selling profile, that is what I get. So once again, they have robbed me. And hey, Swampy, good to see you. How you doing, Glenn? So yeah, once again, they have robbed me. It wasn't a very large amount, but it doesn't matter. I think it was over $20. That's a $20 bill. So yeah, it won't let me go into any of my stuff. So I go down here to my selling, brings me to that. I go down here to buying, brings me to that. And supposedly, this is what they are claiming I did. I can take this off my screen now. So this is what they're claiming I did. They're saying that I either sold counterfeit items, which is a bunch of BS because I barely sell those type of items to begin with. Like the most thing, what am I trying to think of that word? High quality items, I guess they're thinking of what's that Coach? That was the one, Coach. They said that I tried selling a Coach, a counterfeit Coach purse or something like that. And then, and knives, which I did post a knife once and forgot that they didn't allow it, but I immediately took it off my page. Immediately. So for them to hit me with a full suspension and tell me I'm selling counterfeit items when you could go on my profile and you can see that I've never even sold any of that stuff on my page. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And so once again, they now owe me money for the last, I don't even remember what it was. I can't even go back into my account to see what it was or how much they owe me. And how am I going to get to the rest of my stuff from the past that they owe me. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. That's all I have right now is I don't know. This is the farthest I've got, and I just wanted to share with you guys since you guys heard the first half of what happened. I wanted to share what was going on now. And I think, just like Cheesehead Flipper said, it's just a dumpster fire, and they need to do something about it, or they just need to get rid of it. Because when they're robbing people for no reason and giving suspensions for some BS that never even happened, like, it's just crazy. So, my main goal right here, especially for new sellers, is just for you guys to understand Facebook Marketplace is a dumpster fire, and you really, really need to be careful on it, because now I can't even sell local anymore. Do you know how many items I was selling locally every week? I mean, there was quite a few. And now I can't even sell local. I'm going to have to make a new account just to sell local, which I don't even know if I will. I'll probably just use Mike's. But still, I mean, it's just a bunch of BS. So I just wanted to share my experience and what I've been through so far, especially for new sellers or for people who don't sell often, that this actually does happen, and it happens a lot more than you would think. I've had multiple people tell me now that Facebook owes them money, and it's just not right. It's not right at all. So just be careful, be aware. I would stick to local only if you're going to sell on there. And I'm going to let you guys know, because since Resale Daddy told me to file, and let me read this again, an IC3 claim, it will force them to personally contact you, and you'll get your money. Theft of funds, and that's how I got mine. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I can come back on again and let you guys know how that went. Or I'll make a little short to let you guys know how that went. But seriously, guys, just be careful. This actually does happen. If you're a new seller, just stick to platforms like eBay, Mercari. I like Depop. That's one of my new favorites, actually, is Depop. I've been selling my clothes on there. And then, there's always Etsy and Shopify. I mean, there's just so many better places to choose from. So, and the thing about this too that even upset me the most is I've been selling on Facebook Marketplace for like 6 years. So this is how you treat your long time sellers? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, all right, guys. Spam calls. How many spam calls do you guys get a day? The amount is crazy. So, yeah, just be careful, be aware, and honestly, don't sell on there. I just wouldn't. I really wouldn't. If you're going to, stick to local and local only, because it's just what they're doing is not right, and something needs to be done about it. I don't know how we're going to make that happen, but something needs to be done about it. So, all right, guys, I will update you again after I file the IC3. Yeah, IC3 claim. I'm going to do that. And we're going to see what happens, because they still owed me the 100 something, and now they owe me probably $25 or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but I wish I could go into my account and see what it was. So just absolutely frustrating. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm headed to the grocery store. Peace in. Hey, Sadie, if you're still on, maybe I'll stop by on the way out or in. On the way out or back with the clothes. All right. Peace in. Love you guys. See you next time. Come to me and Wendy's auction every Tuesday. It's amazing.